Good morning students, welcome to the session on operating system. In our previous lecture we have started with the process management. In that only we have seen process scheduling. In order to have a maximum CPU utilization, we are going for the process scheduling that we have discussed in order to attain multi-programming, time sharing and multitasking. Why? Because we don't want our CPU to sit idle. Okay, we want to have the maximum CPU utilization so that we will be performing number of tasks at the same time on your CPU. In order to do so, we have seen process scheduling, and why we are going for the process scheduling that we have seen in our previous session. In our previous lecture, we will go with one more topic called job queue and ready queue in your process scheduling. In the process scheduling itself, we will be having two more terminologies like job queue and ready queue. See, these are the queues in which the processes will be held, I can say. Okay, in the job queue, we will be putting the processes that are entered into your system. Whatever the process, whatever the program that you are going to put in your system, that will be fall into your job queue. Or else it is a job pool, I can say, where you can insert number of processes into that particular job pool, where it will be maintaining some queue. Okay, whatever the process, whatever the system program that you are giving to your system, that will be given into your job queue. That's the reason they are saying processes enter into the system are kept into your job queue, I can say, where it will be in a queue in order to execute. Okay, it is not ready, just it is in your system, we are putting that into your job queue, I can say. That is the reason I am saying that it is a pool where we will be having number of processes. Okay, and the next one is ready queue. See, this is the place where the actual process will be ready for the execution. Okay, the processes which are ready to execute, which are waiting for the processor, they will be kept in your ready queue. If it is given with the processor, it will be getting executed. Okay, in this particular case, all the processes, all the program, all the task that is given for the system will be kept in your job queue, I can say. In this particular queue, we will be putting those processes only which are ready to execute. When we are assigning the processor for this particular process, it need to be executed. They will be kept in your ready queue, I can say, so that it will be assigned with the processor in order to execute. Okay, all the processes that are there in your system will be kept in your job queue. But in this ready queue, we will be putting the processes which will be stored in your main memory, I can say, which will be kept in your RAM, I can say, which are ready to execute, which are waiting for the processor. If you are giving that, then it will be getting executed. Okay. In order to understand how we will be processing the scheduling, how we will be process the scheduling criteria, we need to follow this. In order to have a successful process scheduler, we need to put all the jobs, we need to put all the processes in your job queue, so that when they are ready, they will be sent into ready queue. When they are ready, when they are trying to execute themselves, when it is assigned with the processor, then they will be kept in your ready queue. Okay, when they are in ready queue, it will be assigned with some processor. Okay, it will be assigned with some processor. When it is assigned with the processor, it will be executed and it will be ended the process. It will be coming to the terminated state, I can say, and it will be stopping by executing itself. But in case of process execution, we people will be having number of states. We people will be putting the processes in a waiting state due to some reasons. In case of process scheduler also, we will be observing that when the process is assigned with the processor, when the process is getting executed by the processor, even at this particular time also, processes will be waiting for some input output operations to be occur. Or else it will be waiting for some input output devices, I can say, and those will be kept in your IO waiting queues, input output waiting queues. Or else if it is waiting for some event to occur, then it will be kept in your input output waiting queue. When these input output devices are free, when this input output waiting process are free, then this will be allocated with the IO devices and it will be taking them and it will be kept in your ready queue again. It will be not directly given to your processor, again we will be putting them into ready queue. Why? Because until or unless this IO process is completed, your process will not be executed by your processor. So until that your CPU will be in idle state, but our motto is that your CPU should not be in idle state. In order to attain that, we will be giving some other processes until your process completes your IO devices or as IO waiting queues. After completion of this particular process, again it will be kept in ready queue. Again it will be assigned with your processor. It will be executed again. Okay, and see, this is the second case. When the process is executed, when the process is executing itself, if some other process which is having the highest priority, if some other process which is having the highest priority which comes into the ready queue, if it should be assigned with your, if it has to be assigned with the processor, then your highest prioritized process will be given to your processor. And until or unless you complete your process, it won't be terminated. For that reason, whatever the partially executed stopped out processes will be there now, that will be given to your ready queue again, and again they will be assigned with your processor, and again it will be executed by your processor, and then they will be terminated in a normal mode. Like this, we will be executing your process. Do remember, it is very important topic, and we will continue in the next session. That's it for now. Thank you.